Can Charlie's soap remove bacteria from my cleaning cloths? I tested it, let's find out. In order to test how well Charlie's soap laundry powder removes bacteria from my cleaning cloth, the first thing I'm going to do is take a white cleaning cloth like this and mark a spot with a Sharpie here. I'm going to rub this cleaning cloth various areas around my home in order to get bacteria on it. So I'll rub places like the kitchen sink, bathroom sink, and toilet rim. So the goal is going to be to get bacteria on this white cloth. Then I'm going to take a Petri dish just like this guy here and label it A, B, and C. I'm going to take some sterile swabs and I'm going to swab the cloth. And I'm going to place that sample in the section labeled B for before. Then I'm going to launder the cleaning cloths with the Charlie soap. When they come out of the washing machine, I'm going to swab them again and place that sample in the section labeled A for after. Then I'm going to put them in my dryer. I'm going to use high heat for 1 hour. This is a standard that I use for all my laundry tests. Then I'll swab them again and put them on a separate Petri dish. This way we'll be able to see how much bacteria is on a cloth before washing it, when it comes out of the washing machine, and then when it comes out of the dryer. Now let's talk about Charlie's soap. I do want to point out here, nowhere on their packaging do they make any claims at all to be able to remove bacteria from laundry. I also want to point out I have found no laundry detergent that can actually remove bacteria from my laundry. I've had a few that can decrease it a little bit, but none that can remove it. We usually need to add a laundry sanitizer or wait for them to come out of the dryer or dry them in the bright sun in order for that bacteria to be removed. So I'm testing the Charlie's laundry soap because I had some viewers ask me to do that, and personally, I really like Charlie's laundry soap. So this is a 4-pound bag of laundry soap. It says it's ultra concentrated. It can do 150 loads, which is impressive. It's fragrance free, it's hypoallergenic, and it's septic safe. It's also safe for all machines, including HE. So let's read how actually I'm supposed to use it. That would be important. So it says for best results, add Charlie soap directly into the drum. Okay. 2/3 scoop for light soil or HE loads, so that's what I'll be doing. A full scoop for heavy load or large loads. Follow garment care instructions. Use water above 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Fabric softener is not needed. I never use fabric softener. Never. So no worries about that. This is something interesting they have in the back here. It does say, pro tip for first-time users, deep clean both your washer and your laundry to remove residue left behind by other detergents. Deep clean your machine by washing a load of rags on hot with 1 scoop of Charlie soap. Deep clean your clothes new to Charlie soap, washing them up to 3 times before wearing. I think what they're implying here is that the Charlie soap can help get rid of anything that gets stuck on your fabrics or your washing machine. Some people do use fabric softeners or optical brighteners, lots of heavy fragrances in their laundry detergents. I think that's basically what they're talking about here, which is very interesting. It says it does a really good deep clean. I should add this also to my stain testing list next time I do a t-shirt stain test. When I conduct a bacteria test for cleaning cloths, I just use my machine's towel setting. I'll put the settings up here for you to see. And like I said earlier, I am going to dry them on high heat for 1 hour. I completely understand that that is probably too much time to dry a cleaning cloth, but I want to make sure these cloths are reset down to 0 bacteria before I use them for testing again. So let's see how well Charlie's soap laundry powder removes bacteria from my cleaning cloths, even though they make no claims to be able to do so. Now for some results. The cloth that was used to wipe the kitchen sink. In the before section, we have a lot of bacteria on it, And after it came out of the washing machine, but before it went into the dryer, we can see a slight decrease in bacteria, but there's still bacteria on the cloth. Let's have a look after it came out of the dryer, and there's just a little bacteria left on the cloth after it comes out of the dryer. The cloth that was used to wipe the bathroom sink. In the before section, we have a tremendous amount of bacteria. And in the after section, we have a very big decrease in bacteria. There's still some hanging around, but it was a really big decrease. Let's have a look after it comes out of the dryer. And we can see that there's no bacterial growth at all on the cloth after the dryer. The cloth that was used to wipe the toilet rim. In the before section, we can see a lot of bacteria. And in the after section, we can see a slight decrease in bacteria. Let's have a look after it comes out of the dryer. And there's still some bacteria hanging around on the cloth. So overall, I'm actually pretty impressed with the Charlie soap ability to decrease the bacteria on these cleaning cloths. Now, I have done lots of other tests on laundry and cleaning cloths, and I need to tell you that there has not been one detergent that can actually remove all the bacteria on a cleaning cloth. I'm going to put a link in the description below of some different testing that I have done. I think the most notable test that I've done is my control test, where I test just washing with only water and then washing with only bleach. I'm going to give you a little spoiler here. The Charlie soap did better than just washing with only water, but not as good as washing with just bleach. Another one that's interesting is washing with just a Tide pod. I also did Tide Hygienic, and also drying in the sun. All very interesting tests if you're interested. Just know that in my testing in my home, there has not been one detergent that removes all the bacteria from my cleaning cloths using a detergent alone. A couple have decreased it, some have done absolutely nothing, but none have removed it completely unless we add ourselves a laundry sanitizer or wait till after they get dried in the dryer. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say drying for 1 hour on high heat is excessive. I know that, okay? But I do that because I would like my cloths to go as close to baseline as possible before I use them again. I do have a list of other tests that I want to try. I want to test different washing temperatures. I want to test different drying temperatures, different drying times. There are a lot of variables and a lot of things for me to test, and trust me, I'm doing my best to get them done. And for those wondering about the scent of Charlie soap, it is completely fragrance-free. Has a slightly soapy smell to it if you really get in there and smell it. There's no scent lingering on the cloths at all because there is no scent on this product. Also, I did take a look as it was washing. It suds up tremendously. So I probably didn't even need to use the amount of soap that I used. You really only need to use a little amount of soap for this to get really, really sudsy in the wash machine. Super impressed with it. I should say, I used this laundry detergent a lot when my kids were little. I had one kid that had eczema, and we struggled to figure out what it was that was causing the eczema. So I searched to try to find a laundry detergent that had no added fragrances, and no added dyes, just a plain detergent. And that's when I found Charlie soap. I also used Charlie soap exclusively when I was cloth diapering. I felt I didn't want, again, any additives, any brighteners, anything on the fabrics that would stop the absorption, right, of the diaper. So for me, Charlie soap was what I used for that. Then over time, as the kids got older, I actually remember specifically when we had moved into the garage, when we lived in that garage. I don't know if you guys follow me, you may remember this, you may not. We used to live in a garage before we built our house. When I lived in that garage, I remember getting a sample of Tide in the mail. It was a packet of maybe 2 or 4, I can't remember, Tide pods. And it sat in my laundry room for a long time. Then in the spring, I was going to wash the inner lining of my kids' winter boots, and they smelled. Oh my God. The winter boots, the inner lining, it was the type of boot where you could actually pull out the lining and wash it. And I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. And I saw the Tide pod there, and I was like, I'm going to use it. And I was impressed. I was impressed with how well it got rid of the odor, and the scent actually didn't linger. I was like, okay, this is good. Tide was also often on sale where I live, so I bought it a lot. And little by little, I stopped using my Charlie soap. But now after I did this test, I'm going to go back to buy my Charlie soap because I do think it works really well. I am also going to be doing this summer a stain test. If you watch my channel, you know I do laundry stain testing too. The next episode of that was going to be, I guess, what people would consider to be more natural or lesser toxic type laundry detergents. So detergents that don't have fragrances, that don't have dyes, that don't have optical brighteners in it. And Charlie soap was on my list for that too. So that is actually in the works too. I'm hoping to get that done maybe September. We'll see. I have a whole list of videos that I am working on. Charlie soap, I do really like it. I've used it for many, many years when my kids were little, and I'd like to start using it again in my home more. So if there's a product that you would like me to test, do me a favor, put it in the comments section and I will add it to my viewer suggestion list. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Have yourselves a great day.